Hi guys, it's Hannah here. Today we're going to do some finger painting. Before we get started, I need to make sure that you've covered your table or whatever surface you're working on, tied back your hair if you need to, and you may be wearing something that you don't mind getting a little bit messy. Right, let's get started. Okay, so what you need is some paper, some paint, something to put your paint into, brushes if you have them, and I've also got a little bit of kitchen towel. You might have some paper or some wipes just to clean off your fingers as you go along. Of course, you can go and wash your hands too. There's two ways to do this. You can put your finger straight into the paint, or you could even paint straight onto your finger if you have a brush. So I'm going to start with my green. You can see I've been doing a little bit already, and I'm going to paint onto my finger there. And just on the tip there, I'm now going to press that onto my paper. And the more times you press it, the less paint there'll be on your finger as it's going onto the paper there. So it depends what kind of effect you want. You can have thick, you can have not very much paint on this. And it's just nice to experiment. So I've got a little bit too little over here, so I'm going to go over those a little bit there. And I'm thinking this could become quite a nice caterpillar, like my little guy up here, and that's quite an interesting one. And obviously you've got your pinkies and your thumbs and all your fingers in between, so if you think something might need a smaller finger, maybe use your pinky. So I've thought it'd be quite nice to make a raspberry character for my next one. So I am going to make some little raspberry blobs there, and I might give him a tiny little stem there as well, which is quite nice. And I've also got a nice big yellow paintbrush, so let's go for the thumb, shall we? And I'm going to stick that just there. I'm going to do a couple of those because I'm thinking I might do a few different ideas. So the paint's going to take a few minutes to dry. So what you want to do is go wash your hands and let this dry while you're doing something else for a little while, and then later on we can add some drawing onto it to make them into some characters. Okay, so my paint is dry, so I can grab my pen and start drawing. You can use anything you like to draw really, but I found a pen works really well when we're working with dried paint. It's a good idea to try and create your own characters if you can. I'm going to think of a few different ones myself, but if you have a favourite character that you want to try and draw, then go for it. Right, let's get to it. I've done a little warm-up here of 3 different characters, just single fingerprints, and I've been playing around with expressions and hairstyles. They all look very different, they're quite funny as well. So for this one, I have a very thick fingerprint that goes up and fades as I had less and less paint. Now, I've had an idea for this one to make it a bit of fun. I thought that potentially we could create quite a cool superhero character. So I'm giving him a cape, I'm giving him a dazzling smile, and he is going to, and he's got his 2 little arms there on his hips. And as I go up, he's going to be smiling a little bit less because he's starting to fly up in the air. And finally, he's got a bit of a worried face because he's about to maybe hit something in the sky. Bit of worried hands there. So for these prints here, I used my thumb to create a larger space, and quite round as well, so I thought I'd create some characters that fit into that, obviously also using the colour choice that I've made. So for this one I thought I would create myself a little lion. I'm giving him a nice big mane. I'm giving him quite a cartoon like mane, quite spiky. Obviously it's a bit more fluffy than in real life. And then I'm going to give him a nice nose. Now imagine you're drawing yourself a little mushroom almost. and then down the bottom of it there, we're going to do a curve up and a curve up. Now his looks like quite a friendly line, so I might give him some scary eyebrows, so he looks like he's looking for a meal perhaps. And over here I've got another big yellow splodge, so I'm going to create myself a big sunshine. It's a nice sunny day today, so why not draw the sun. Now he's got a lot of light coming out of him, so I'm giving him a really big smile and some sunnies. And you can do your sunshine in many different ways really. I'm going to go for some little rays of light here for my one, all the way around, and it's almost like he's shining on our lion there. So for my last one, I created a raspberry using my little pinky prints here all together, and I've started off with giving him some big googly eyes, but I'm going to give him a bit more of a personality for this one, so I'm going to give him a bit of a cool smile, and I thought I'd give him some cheeky eyebrows as well, so he looks like he's a bit cheeky there. And to top it off, I thought, why not give him some muscly arms there. Maybe he's a bodybuilder raspberry, who knows. There we go. As you can see, we've created loads of different characters today, just using pens, paint and fingerprints. You can really play with expression, movement and character and give them all a really interesting personality. I'd love to see your examples. If you have any, please send them in. Happy fingerprinting, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Bye!